B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh v'Natzliach. Thank you for coming to the seventh installment of the Olam Hamidot Shiur, and we are starting the third chapter. It talks about Olam HaKavod, right? We are in Olam Hamidot, and we are in the third chapter, Olam HaKavod. Honor, respect, arrogance, pride. Name it what you will. So there is a famous saying in Masachet Avot, Pirkei Avot, Mishnayot, in the fourth chapter, Hakin'a, jealousy, V'hata'ava, desire, V'hakavod, pride. Motzi'in et ha'adam min ha'olam. They will take a person out of the world. Okay? There is a lot of commentary on this. Many Rishonim and Achronim comment on this. The Tiferet Yisrael says, what do you mean when you say that these things take a person out of the world? He says it means to say out of both worlds. Okay? Olam hazeh and Olam haba. This world and the world to come. He explains. How does a person get into trouble in Olam haba because of these things? He's picking an example of kavod, of a person that chases after honor and to be respected. Okay, how does a person have trouble in Olam haba? It's obvious, right? This attribute, this behavior of looking for kavod causes a person to transgress many sins, right? And he says whether there are sins that are ben adam lamakom, between him and Hashem, or sins that are ben adam lechavero. For example, when it comes to the mitzvot of ben adam lamakom, right? I'm just giving one example. Let's say a person is away with his friends, and none of them wear tefillin, and he wants to take out his tefillin. He's looking around, and he says, "Uh-oh, none of these guys are wearing tefillin. It's gonna be weird. They're gonna make fun of me." He's afraid for his kavod, and he doesn't do it. He doesn't put on the tefillin. Or it could be a mitzvah lo ta'aseh, like they're all eating treif, and he doesn't want them to make fun of him. He doesn't want them to pick on him. This happens a lot. I remember in the army in Israel, guys coming from good families, from Shomer Mitzvot, they go to the army and boy, they get crushed. They really get crushed over there. Everybody would make fun of them. They would take off their kippah from his head and everything, and they would lose it. They will lose everything. By the end of the 3-year stint, they lose everything. And Chas v'Shalom, I'm not judging them that it was for kavod or whatever, but looking for kavod could cause a person the possibility, right, that he could lose mitzvot. He could lose doing mitzvot, or he could lose not doing averot. And what's going to happen to him is he's going to look for his own kavod rather than the kavod of Hashem. Right, and we forget, right, that it could be in any shape. It could be that he does it on purpose now, or he justifies himself. He says, "No, look, it's allowed." Whatever excuse a person comes up with, right? Either way, chasing after kavod is the root of him losing out, and he'll commit the sins, or he won't do the mitzvot. Besides the fact that a person forgets that why are we created, the pasuk in Yeshaya says, "Kol hanikra bishmi velichvodi berativ yitzartiv af asitiv." Everything, Hashem says, everything in this world was created to honor and respect and glorify Hashem. That's what it is. That's why Hashem made him. So a person forgets that, this is why he's here. Says the Ramban in his famous Igeret HaRamban, the letter that the Ramban wrote for his son. Very, very, very much recommended for every person to read, like he promises at the end of the letter to his son, that if read this letter constantly, and you should know that when you do read it, your prayers will be answered. He says over there, "Uvamei yitga'el lev ha'adam." What would a person have pride in? Why should a person be arrogant? Im be'osher, if it's with his wealth. Says Hannah Neviah in her tefillah, Hashem morish uma'ashir. Hashem morish, he makes a person poor, and Hashem makes a person wealthy. It's all in his hands. So the fact that you are wealthy has nothing to do with you. Nothing. It's all from Hashem. Im bechavod, if it is with honor that everybody is honoring him, halo le'elokim, the honor belongs to Hashem. It's not yours. Shene'emar, we say it every day in Vayivarech David, v'ha'osher v'ha'kavod milefanecha. The wealth and respect is from you, is before you, is yours. Ve'ech mitpa'er b'chvod kono. Says the Ramban, how is this person taking pride in something that belongs to Hashem? It's not yours. And we already know, our Chachamim tell us that a person he shouldn't even glorify himself with the respect of Torah. If people are giving him respect because he's a Talmid Chacham, Al ta'asem atara leitgadel bahem. It says in Pirkei Avot, don't make the words of Torah a crown that you should make yourself great, show off with it. It says, Kol hamishamesh bekitra shel Torah ne'ekar min ha'olam. Whoever uses the crown of Torah is going to be uprooted from the world. So these are all talking about mitzvot sheben adam lamakom, right? That a person wrongfully will take respect for himself, will honor himself, will look for honor. Then when it comes to ben adam lachavero, when a person comes to honor his friend, right? Or mitzvot that are between him and others, that's already simple, right? That a person could lose his olam haba looking for honor in those aspects, right? A person that is always worried about his own respect, right? What's going to happen to him? He certainly will not respect others, right? Because he's too busy looking for kavod for himself. He's too busy looking in the mirror. And he's always thinking of himself, like, how great I am, and like, what do I do to make sure that my respect is not, stepped on. And not only that, he will use any opportunity he gets to put other people down so that he'll go up. Right? He's going to put everybody else down just so that he has a step to step up to and make himself taller. Right? It could be through lashon hara, it could be through malbinet pnei chavero barabim, putting him down, or whatever it takes for him to raise himself. And if his friend doesn't respect him enough, if his friends around him, they don't understand who he is, and he thinks he's a great person, he thinks he's a very respectable person, he thinks he deserves all the respect, or worse yet, chas v'shalom, they put his kavod down, right? Then what happens? He will hate that person, sinat chinam. And that's going to cause him to do other sins, to take his revenge, to start saying lashon hara, to create machloket. All right, these are known. These are we don't need any examples. Like, everyone knows. The more a person is looking for kavod, the worse his derech eretz is. The worse you see it. You literally see it. The more the person is looking for kavod, and it doesn't take much to find people like this. And there's a lack of derech eretz. Usually it goes hand in hand. You see someone doesn't have derech eretz, you should know he's looking for kavod. It really goes hand in hand. So that was all regarding olam haba. What about olam hazeh? What do you want? The guy's got all the respect. Everybody respects him. What's wrong with that? He says the truth is this person will never be satisfied. He'll be suffering in this world because he'll never be happy. Right? As much kavod as they give him, right? It says, Ohev kesef, Shlomo HaMelech says, Lo yisba kesef. One who loves money, he won't be satisfied with money. And the same thing, Yesh lo maneh, he has one portion of money, Yotzeh 200, he wants 200. Right? Like all the other desires, right? The same thing by the desire of kavod, right? A person who is chasing after honor, chasing after respect, he will never be happy with whatever respect he gets. Right? After all the hard work that he works, he tries in his mind and in action to do whatever he can to gain respect, he will never achieve it, and he'll be depressed. He'll always be missing. I'm surprised he doesn't bring an example of what we're going to read next week in the Megillat Esther by Haman. Right? He's saying it. The whole world is respecting me. Everybody's bowing down to me. But all of this is worth nothing for me. When I see Mordechai, he doesn't do it. He doesn't bow. He's looking for it. So everything else is null. It doesn't exist. He says a person that is looking for kavod, how much pain he goes through every time someone doesn't give him respect. It really bothers this person, right? And he'll be always mad at people. He's got a miserable life, right? He's always thinking, you know what? Nobody appreciates me. Nobody appreciates me, and he goes crying. This is a sad thing. He'll be always angry. He's an angry person. He's always depressed. It's a sad life. Right? On the other hand, we know, Chachamim teach us, a person who demands respect, right? He will never get it. He will never find it. The more you chase after it, all the hard work that he works will turn up empty. Our Chachamim already promised us, whoever chases after Gedula, greatness, Gedula borachat mimenu, that greatness runs away from him. V'chol haboreach mina Gedula, whoever runs away from Gedula, from greatness, Gedula mechazeret acharav, that greatness will run after him. That's how it is. You run away from it. You don't want it. You can't stand it. Sorry, it'll catch up with you. It'll just, you can't get away. It says Margila befuma deisha. Gemara brings this kind of this expression a lot. Margila means there's a precious stone that it's in people's mouth. That means it's a very precious saying that they have. Pretty much the same. It says, "Kol haboreach min hakavod," whoever runs away from respect. Respect chases after him. And whoever chases after respect runs away from him. That's how it is. This is how Hashem set up the world. Right? This is a system that Hashem placed. Now, why? If the guy doesn't like kavod, why does Hashem give him kavod? Why does Hashem send kavod rolling after this guy? Baba, I don't want it. Leave me alone. I don't want kavod, the guy says. Hashem says, no, you should have kavod. You deserve it. Why is that? Because the kavod is not for him. The kavod is for Hashem. The fact that this person is an anav and he's going to be respected, that's the kavod that we give to Hashem. We're not giving kavod to this person. Right? The big Talmid Chacham, huge Talmid Chacham, we're giving him kavod. Why? Because he's learning the Torah of Hashem. He's a representative of Hashem. We're giving kavod to Hashem. We're giving kavod to those who serve Hashem. Right? And that's what it is. It's not for him. It's not necessarily for him. So therefore, when we desire kavod, and we are sad that when we give up, not sad, whatever, a person has an opportunity that, doing this is going to bring him so much kavod, and he says, you know what, it's a problem. I'm going to be blowing up from this kavod. So no, I don't want it. Gives up on it because he doesn't want the kavod. He has to be happy about it. Why? Because you didn't lose anything. In reality, you didn't lose anything. You only gained. You gained in Olam Haba, and you gained here. Olam Haba, of course, because of what you did, because you broke this midah, because you fought against this midah of chasing after kavod, you will be definitely rewarded. Big reward. Don't worry about that. That's money in the bank. But even in this world, okay, you gave up kavod here. Baruch Hashem, good for you. You know something? Later on, Hashem is going to send that kavod chasing after you. Right? And the truth is, and that's going to be true kavod. That's going to be well-deserved kavod. Right? You get it without even trying. Right? Shlomo HaMelech says, very interesting pasuk. I'm sure you heard this pasuk before. This is in Sefer Mishlei, Perek Gimel. It says, kavod hachamim yinchalu. Right? You heard this pasuk before? Kavod hachamim yinchalu. Honor, respect, the chachamim will inherit. That's the lashon in the pasuk. Why does Shlomo HaMelech use the verb yinchalu, inherit? Say it some other way. Yasigu, they will achieve. There's so many other things that you could say. Yinaten lahem, yinchalu, inherit. What's inheritance? Inheritance. Someone passes away. A person gets it without even trying. It just comes to him. That's an inheritance. Right? He didn't do anything. He was born to this family. And, his great-grandmother died, and she left him $100 million. That's it. No big deal. Didn't do anything for it. It's just born into it. So it's a nachala. Nachala is an inheritance. It's the same thing here. The person that is running away from kavod, he fights, he goes against this midah of being hungry for kavod, and he doesn't want it, he gives it up. This person, at the end of the day, at the end of the game, whether you want it or not, Hashem is going to give it to you as an inheritance, right? So therefore comes out, if you chase after it now, if you don't fight it now, you're the one that's going to lose out, because the true kavod is going to run away from you, which would have come to you at the end if you wouldn't have tried. If you would have shunned it, if you would have sent it away, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it, at the end, you'll inherit it. Besides, who says that the kavod that you're looking for now is good for you?
Meaning maybe it's just an isayon or something?
Yeah. Maybe it'll bring you to chas v'shalom a lot of bad things. He says besides this, naturally, a person that's looking for kavod, how do people look at him? People look at this person, he's a lowlife. You don't want to give him respect. There are people that are looking for kavod, and people don't like them. They don't like their attitude. They don't want to give him respect, right? People, when they're looking for it, they don't stop and think, what are people thinking of me? They think that they're, the famous thing, there's this chazan, he thought he has a great voice, and he puts a talit over his head, and he is singing away, and the whole shul is like falling asleep. They don't have patience for this guy showing off his voice. And he's thinking, oh man, the whole shul is like after me, and they're all like, in heavens because of my heavenly voice and everything. His friend taps him on the shoulder, he says, dude, what are you doing? Take the talit off of your head, turn around, look what's going on behind you. Come with terms in what's going on. What are you, in dreams? Look behind you. This is the truth. Naturally, people don't like this person. And he's thinking that, oh man, everybody thinks I'm all that. But the reality is, these other people, they talk bad about him. They don't like this guy. Right? Who would want to give kavod to a person that's hungry for kavod? Right? It's opposite. When you see that a person is straight, a person has good midot, a person is proper, he doesn't care about his own kavod, he lowers his own kavod for other people. That's the person that the people want to give kavod, because that's the one that really deserves it. I'm telling you, when you look around, you see people that are running away from it, people that have proper midot, they talk proper to other people, they give kavod to other people. That's the people that everybody wants to respect. We all do. We all want to respect that type of people. How do we know all this? In the Torah, in Parashat Vayeshev, we have Yehuda. Okay? In the case of Yehuda, the Midrash is later. Parashat Vayechi, because the Yaakov Avinu is given the Baruch. He says, Yehuda, ata yuducha achecha, yadacha be'orech v'yivecha. Yehuda, you're the king. It says in the Midrash, how did Yehuda have the zechut to become the king? You know why? Because he admitted to the whole story of Tamar. Okay? Because he admitted to the story of Tamar, this is how he became the king. What are Chachamim teaching us? They're teaching us, Yehuda wasn't worried about his own kavod. He wasn't worried about it. And he admitted to the truth. But wait a minute, what are you doing? What are you doing admitting to the truth? Oh, Berurizi, you're going to lose your face. Everybody's going to laugh at you. Everybody's going to look down at you. You're going to lose all respect. Yehuda did the right thing. He admitted to the truth. And midah keneged midah, measure for measure, he became the greatest. He became the king. Right? He got the highest level of honor. Becoming the kingship comes from him. He became the king. Something that normally would have caused him to lose face, normally would cause him to, for people to look down on him, that itself was the cause that brought him to greatness. Many times a person is tested. he might do things, he might say things, he might behave in a way that he thinks that this is what will bring honor to me. This is what will save my face. This is, I don't know, whatever it is. And that itself, when he does it, everything right, he does the proper thing, that is what will actually bring him honor, and not to put him down. He says, this is how we have to go in the straight path. We have to look and see what does Hashem want from me, and not to worry about our own kavod, not to chase after our own kavod and honor. Right? We need to do what Hashem wants us to do, and the kavod will come. Don't worry about the kavod. Like we pray every day, we say in the prayer, again in Vayivarech David, it says, "V'ha'osher v'ha'kavod milefanecha," the wealth and respect from before you. V'ata moshel bakol, you are controlling everything. Uv'yadcha, and in your hands is koach ugvura, uv'yadcha legadel ulchazek lakol. That's the key. It is in your hand to be megadel, to bring greatness, to give honor and respect and greatness, and to give strength to all. It says HaKadosh Baruch Hu has many, many messengers throughout our lives. He sends messengers, and he sends all the reward and everything we need to, and we have no idea where it will come from. However, all said and done, this is all true and good, that a person should run away from respect, but a person shouldn't think, okay, you know what, that's it, I decided I'm going to run away from respect, I'm going to run away from honor, even when it's for a mitzvah. No. When it comes to the mitzvah, let's say they ask him to speak in public for a group, or to give a shiur, or to say Devar Torah, or to give chizuk, and he says, no, not for me. I'm running away from honor. He tells himself, he's not going to tell them I'm running away from honor. He tells himself, I'm running away from honor, I don't want the respect. He says, no, I won't do it. Or it's for the Sameach Chatan V'Kala. You want to make them happy, you go dance in front of the Chatan V'Kala to make them happy, to make them joyous. Huge mitzvah. Right? That's a chesed. Right? He says, in these cases, don't think that, no, I'm going to run away from honor, I'm not going to be the one that's going to do it, I'm not going to be the one that'll carry the burden. Forget it. I'm not going to do it. When it comes to doing these chesed, don't hold back your chesed on the account of being metaken your midot. Metaken your midot, chazak u'baruch, very good. Do it everywhere else. When it comes to doing chesed, when it comes to doing mitzvot, hold off. It's okay. Let's say a person finishes a masachet, right? It's a great thing to give a siyum, for many reasons. It's a great thing to give a siyum. And Bezat Hashem, all your husbands should be zochim, to give siyumim. And a person shouldn't say, no, it's kavod, everybody's going to know that I finished the Gemara. No, I don't want that kavod. It's a wrong attitude. Do it because you will encourage others to do it. They're going to say, wow, this is so awesome, look at this, it's great. I'm going to want to do it too. No, that's amazing. And you know what the funny thing is? The Yetzer Hara comes to you right there and says, what are you doing? Kavod, you're chasing after kavod. He comes and gets you right there. Other places that you want to run away from kavod, it tells you, no, what are you doing? Where are you going? But here, it'll tell you, no, don't run. You got to run away from kavod. Don't do it, right? Midot, you have to fix your midot. Don't do it. It's not true. We have to learn where to use fight this midah, where not to fight this midah. Right? If a person always runs away from kavod, so therefore now is not the time to run away from kavod. If a person never runs away from kavod, he's always looking for kavod, you might as well do it here. Turn the kavod at least for a mitzvah purpose. That's the thing. And he has to understand if he will understand that if it wouldn't be because of the mitzvah, I would not be doing this. But I'm just doing it because of the mitzvah. Again, the person has to be a true judge, because we will end up considering everything a mitzvah. Right? No, this is a mitzvah and that's a mitzvah. I want to encourage everyone. I don't know for what, and chase after kavod. But obviously, this needs good judgment, good sense of judgment, and to figure out where is it right, where is it wrong. Now, even if a person has the intention of kavod, when it comes from mitzvah, let's say for mesamechata mekala, let's say for giving a siyum, or for speaking in a group, speaking in public, all these things, he's doing it for kavod at the end of the day. That's fine. Why? Because the Chachamim teach us, mitoch shelo lishma, when you do it not for the proper purpose, not for the sake of the mitzvah itself, when you do it for other ulterior motives, it's fine. Mitoch shelo lishma ba lishma. You're going to come at the end and do it for the right purpose, right? So that's fine. That's okay. But at the same time, even if a person is, he's offered to do this for a mitzvah, if there is someone else that'll do it either better than him or her, or just as good, there is no gain if I do it. There is no gain, really. Right? That the person has to check it out, to see. If they're offering this to two people, and he thinks about it, he says, look, the other person could do it just as good or even better. So people won't gain by me doing it, then step aside. Right? Let the other person do it. But if you know as a fact that I think if I do it, it'll bring out a better result, right, rather than the other person, then do it. Right? There's a famous saying, "Be'atar delet gavar, taman have gavar." In Hebrew they say, "B'mkom she'en ish, tishtadel liyot ish." In Yiddish they say, in a place there is no fish, herring oichit fish, right? Herring is also fish. Okay, forget it. That was a joke. But meaning to say, like, where you don't find men, you try to be man. Amar Abaye says, that means in a place that there is a man, then don't do it. That means if there is someone else that is true, he could step up to the plate, then step aside, let him do it. But if there isn't, right, then you do it. So the Gemara says Peshita, of course, that's, this is Gemara Masechet Berachot. It says Peshita, of course. The Gemara says, this is talking about that they're both equal. When they're both equal, right, then what should he do? Step aside, let him do it. That's what he's coming to say. Okay, we'll leave it at this.
Thank you. So how do you